Hi everyone, I'm Gourmete and today we are preparing a healthy stew, Swiss chard stew. If you are new to my channel and you like my recipes, I suggest you to subscribe. If you are an old subscriber, thank you for returning. You can follow me on Instagram at healthygourmete. We will need 3 bunches of beets with their leaves. I cut up the beets just because I use them for another recipe, plus 3 bunches of Swiss chard. Wash the leaves very well. Cut the stems of the green leaves of the beets. For the Swiss chard, trim the tough inner ribs from the stalks of the Swiss chard leaves and discard. Finish cutting all the Swiss chard and then in a large pot put some water to boil. When water boils, add the Swiss chard and let it cook for 10-15 minutes. For a better taste, you can add additional fresh vegetables or dry vegetables in the water when it boils. I recommend using whole vegetables, not chopped, for easy removal. The next step is optional. Once the Swiss chard is cooked, transfer it to a bowl where you put some ice. Then we need onion and bell pepper, any color or any type you prefer. Chop those two vegetables as small as you want. Triple wash some rice. In my case, I had 120 grams, but you can use more or less. Then soak the rice in water for 30 minutes. Regardless if you had the Swiss chard in iced water or not, transfer it to a strainer to eliminate the water. When the Swiss chard is cold enough so it can be handled, chop it fine using a knife. For me, I ended up with 750 grams of chopped boiled Swiss chard. Heat up 100 milliliters oil in a large soup pot. When the oil is hot, add the chopped onion, the chopped bell pepper and some salt. Sauté them for 5-10 minutes at medium heat. After 5-10 minutes, when the onion is translucent, add the chopped chard. Also add in the pot some of the water where you boiled the Swiss chard. Let everything cook for 10 minutes on medium heat. If you put the extra vegetables in the water where you boil the Swiss chard, remove them or strain the water. Now back to the rice. After 30 minutes, strain the water from the rice. Add the rice over the Swiss chard in the pot. Make sure you have liquid in the pot, at least 5 times the quantity of the rice. In my case, I added around 1 liter broth where the Swiss chard was boiled. Add some peppercorns and bay leaves. Put the lid on and let it all cook at low heat for 30 minutes. After those 30 minutes, check if the rice is cooked. If not, let it cook for a few more minutes. In a bowl, mix 2 tablespoons tomato paste with some water. This combination, tomato paste and water, can be replaced with tomato sauce. Add the tomato mixture or the tomato sauce and let everything simmer for 10 more minutes. Add some chopped fresh dill, as much as you want. Stir everything together and turn off the heat. Remove the pot from the heat and let the dish cool down for at least half an hour. You can serve this dish as a vegan dish. Optional, for extra layer of flavor, you can add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. For the non-vegan version, tap it with some sour cream and some scallions. Or you can go even further and add some freshly grated Parmesan cheese or any dry cheese. If your dish ended up with this red rice, don't worry. This means you use more of the chard steams that makes the water red, and this will color your rice in this color. Of course, you can use less rice, not 120 grams like I used. And you should have a stew that has less rice. Doesn't matter, it's still delicious. To make a soup, you can add more liquid from where you boiled the Swiss chard and of course some extra vegetables. And if you want, of course, some extra broth like vegetables, chicken or beef broth. The choice is yours. Optional, when you serve the soup, garnish it with some crispy bacon. I think you should give this recipe a try. You will not regret it. Enjoy it with your friends and family. Thanks for watching. If you liked the recipe, give it a like and consider to subscribe to my channel. Until next time, stay safe and healthy. See you in the next one.